Good evening, everyone. This is Mikael from PAREB Pasig Real Estate Board, and I will be the one to guide you in the voting procedure using the association voting. If you are currently seeing my screen, you can use this guide for you to be able to see how to vote using an Android phone. Your phone your phone screen might be different, so you just have to see what's the basic need that you what's the basic apps and steps that you need to see on your phone. Thank you very much. So, without without much announcement, let's try to locate your email app. Your email app in Android could be an email app or a Gmail app. It could be an Outlook app. So whatever app that you have, use it to open your email where your association voting member ID and password were distributed. Your ID and member password will be distributed on or prior to the day of election. So, let's open our email app. On your email app, you can see the email of the association voting. So, for example, in my email, you can see the email of association voting at the top. So, I currently have one. So, as you could see, I have an email distributed to me giving the link for voting and as well as the member number and password that we need to use in voting. Kindly take note of the member number and password for you to use. So you might as well be using a pen and paper for you to take note of the member number and password. But prior to entering the member number and password, you have to click the link for voting. So let's try to take note of the member number and password. What is your member number and password? The member number and password is the one that is distributed into your email. My member number is 2122 5174. My password is 8988 2325. If you are done with your member number and password and taking note of it in your pen and paper, you may start voting. Voting is very crucial because it will determine the future of our beloved PAREB, the Philippine Association of Real Estate Boards, and our local board. So if you know already your member number and password, just click the link for voting application. By clicking the link of the voting application, you will be directed into your mobile browser. Whatever your mobile browser could be, you have to vote within a span of 1 hour. So, where do you locate the link of the voting? In my case, here it is in my mail. The email contains the link. So the link here is vote.associationvoting.com/pareb. If you have located the voting link, click the voting link and a browser would open containing this link. The voting link is now available for browsing in our local browser. Your browser could be a Google Chrome or an Opera. But most of the Android users or Android phones or Samsungs or Huawei's or whatever phone that you have, usually we use Google Chrome. So as you can see the logo of PAREB, and we have to provide the online voting credentials. The online voting credentials consist of the member number and password that was given to you and we have noted earlier. So now I will enter my member number. My member number is 2122 5174. You have to double check, triple check that you have the correct member number and password. Otherwise, you have to re-enter it. So my correct member number is 2122 5174. The member number that you might have in your email could be different than mine. How about the password? The password that I have could be different than yours. So it is imperative that we take note of our own member number and password. So after I have successfully entered the member number, I must enter the password. So the password is 89882325. It is not good that we share member number and passwords to anyone. So we have to vote on our own unless we give proxy to someone else to vote for us. So after entering the correct password 89882325, we have to enter and click login. As we have clicked logged in, we are greeted by our online voting system. So we are greeted. So greetings from PAREB, Mikael Manuel. Welcome to our PAREB online voting system. So click proceed to election. So in our online voting system, we will be voting on certain amendments, resolutions, or whatever amendments to our bylaws of our PAREB. Right now, we have to read carefully of all the proposed amendments. Prior to voting these amendments, there might be an explanation by the local board leaders and even the national directorate. They will be discussing all of this, and if you have listened very well, you might not need to be reading it too much. But I would suggest that you have to read it so that you could very well understand what would be the future actions of our PAREB. So each proposed amendment contains an option to approve or disapprove amendment. So right here, there are two choices. The first one is yes, I approve, and the second one is no, I do not approve. So, of course, it would be your own choice or be influenced by someone else, but you have to choose what would you want as an individual. So we have to vote for each proposed amendment. For me, I would click yes, and then you read the next proposed amendment. If you have finished reading the amendment, you have to select one of the two choices. Yes, I approve, or no, I do not approve. So I would click yes, I approve. Then that would be the same procedure for the next proposed amendments. Of course, you could click no, I do not approve, but it would be a secret vote. Each of us would have a secret vote. So, since there are no more proposed amendments to be voted upon, the last button that we will click is Preview Ballot. By clicking the Preview Ballot, you have a view of what did you voted upon. So for me, all of the proposed amendments that I have is yes, I approve. If you would change your mind, click change my ballot. If you are finished in voting, click cast my ballot. Let's try change my ballot. Alright, I will be denying a proposed amendment. For example, the first amendment, I will click no, I do not approve. And then, for example, the last amendment, I will also click no, I do not approve. Of course, it will still be private. It would still be a private vote. So click Preview Ballot. If you are no longer changing your mind, click Cast My Ballot, and the voting procedure is done. So here, you could see your voting receipt. The voting receipt would be sent to your email. Thank you very much.